This week on the Bluff Sports Zone, a new beginning for the Falcons. St. Albert home cooking a three-course meal. AL-OK, the Lynx home at the Wick. How about extra innings? Abraham Lincoln jaywalking with some Jayhawks. Dare we say 2 down, 1 to go. Hello, I'm JJ Davis, and welcome to our latest edition of the Bluff Sports Zone. Well, the 2016-17 high school sports season is just about in the books, and all that's left in the Bluffs? Baseball, baby! St. Albert goes to bat in a Class 1A District 14 tournament. Now, the Falcons do not have to leave their own nest. That's always nice. First up, a quarterfinal showdown against Riverside. Having a few laughs up on the hill, that kind of game. The Falcons bully the Bulldogs from the get-go. First inning. Now Danny Cook steals second. The senior then takes third. Later, 2 on, no out. Garrett Rice skies to shallow left. It drops in. Cookie comes in. Cy Patterson, who walked right behind. Brandon Behrens, a shot to short. 1 of 5 Riverside errors. Everybody safe, 3-0 St. Albert. Now the home team just 2 hits in the inning. Doesn't matter. The Birds a leg up, 5-0 after 1. Bottom of the second, just more the same. Cy Patterson doubles, later scores on another passed ball, 6-1. And another, 7-1 Falcons. Now St. Albert bangs out 9 hits. Kevin Armbruster knocks in another. 10-1 after just 2 innings. Garrett Rice goes 3 complete, strikes out 7, and combines with Jeff Miller on a 2-hitter. The Birds drown Riverside in 5, 13-1, as it's coming around.
No runs, no hits, no errors.
I think so. You face so many different pitchers that throw, different types of velocity, and it's hard for a hitter to adjust to it. But I think they're finally in the mode where they're just being aggressive.
I just want to hit the ball, get in play. I've been struggling for the past couple games. It's just fun to get my confidence back up and stuff.
What's that like on the hill when you know you got him, if you just hit your spots?
Oh, it feels good. I'm just confident. Once I see it right out of my hand that's going down the zone, I'm confident to swing and miss, or they're going down looking.
It's nice to win a game like this, isn't it?
Yes, it is. And the thing is, you want to take these one at a time, and that's what you got to keep stressing to them. Don't overlook anybody.
Next up, the district semis. And St. Albert's ready to pour it on. Fremont Mills. And I can't remember the last time the Falcons lost their first-round playoff game. So this is nothing new. St. Albert next steps into the box against Fremont Mills. Now the Knights are coming off a 3-0 shutout win. The fans file in as the Falcons fly against Fremont Mills. Bottom of the second inning. Reed Miller, little bloop job over the bag at first. Drops in. St. Albert grabs a 2-0 lead after 2. Meanwhile, on the hill, Brandon Williams mowing him down. Third inning, Eli Finn smokes one to left center. One of his 2 hits. Garrett Rice trots in, and it's 4-0 home team through 3. The senior right-hander, B. Will, Brandon Williams, mowing him down, strikes out 9, never has a 3-ball count. Bottom of the 4th inning. Garrett Rice rockets one to deep center. A 3-run shot for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. The Falcons score 5 times to take a 9-0 lead. And Brandon Williams mowing him down. 53 pitches, not one ball leaves the infield. 15 up and 15 down. The Birds bang out 7 hits. Ethan Bernard right on the button. St. Albert shuts out the Knights in 5, 10-0. Brandon Williams, a perfect game.
This is my first ever no-hitter. I've had a lot of games where I've gone into the 4th or 5th inning and I've had one, but I just know that eventually a team's going to get a hit off of me, especially when they've been up against me 3 or 4 times. I feel feel like I was spotting my fastball good, and my slider and curveball was working for me tonight.
He threw outstanding. You know, a couple coaches in the dugout were talking about 40 so he could throw Saturday. And I just told him I'm just worried about tonight. And the way he was throwing, I was not going to take him out.
I just want to get fastball. I mean, I've been getting walked a lot lately, so I just want to get inside fastball, which was always what I'm looking for, and that's what I got in that inning at bat.
One away.
One away, yes. And this is, you know, the last couple of years, this is kind of where we've been. Now we just got to get over that hump, and hopefully that'll pay off.
That's a 5-inning no-hitter. Once again, the Falcons all wet. Next up, Stanton for the district championship. Meanwhile, does the nosedive continue in Lynx territory? But up next, do the Falcons get over the hump? 2 down, 1 to go when we come back.
We asked a group of employees what makes our bank special, and here is what they said.
We're available to help our community grow.
We are available to explain the benefits of electronic banking.
Being available to our customers and communities is not only what ties us together, but also what you want most from your financial institution. And our new name says just that. Welcome to Avela Bank.
This is the story of a boy who didn't talk for a long time. The boy liked things to always be the same. Any changes would scare and upset him. The unknown was an unfriendly place. The boy was very sensitive to lights and sounds. So he built secret hiding places where they couldn't get in. The boy didn't like looking people in the eye. He wasn't trying to be mean, it just made him feel uncomfortable. Sometimes he would flap his arms again and again.
One day, I found out I have something called autism. My family got me help. Slowly, I found my voice and learned all the ways I could live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
Council Bluffs is a growing, vibrant community. It's becoming a modern 21st century community.
We will be the largest free Wi-Fi hotspot in the United States.
Our vision is about building a community where families want to live and businesses want to locate.
We see that as a great potential enhancement for future growth in the city.
This portion of the Bluff Sports Zone brought to you by Cutler O'Neill Meyer Woodring family-owned funeral home, serving Council Bluffs in Southwest Iowa for over 100 years.
District final last year. Tri-Center throws out St. Albert at St. Albert. Now the Trojans run all the way to the state tournament. But that was last year. The Falcons get another shot, this time against some Vikings. Now, St. Albert's seen some pretty good pitching so far. Try a 2-hitter and a no-hitter. In fact, make that a perfect game. Next up, batter up against Stanton. The Falcons go to work against the Vikings in the very first inning. Try the first at bat. Danny Cook, a leadoff shot to center. For breakfast, lunch, and dinner, the home team takes a 2-0 lead after 1. And then in the second, Jeff Miller, one of 8 St. Albert hits, the 8th grader then steals second. And then Cookie, Danny Cook, skies just over the bag. Drops in for a bloop double. Miller scores, and it's 3-0 Birds. Brandon Behrens goes 5 innings, gives up just 1 hit. At one point, retires 10 in a row. Now the visitors break through. Ian the 6th off Garrett Rice. RBI hit cuts it to 3-1. But catcher Lance Wright comes up big, just guns him down. Bottom of the 6th inning, Cy Patterson gets it back with a base hit, and it's 4-1 St. Albert. Now the game lasts just 78 minutes. Stanton just 2 hits. And the Falcons axe the Vikings 4-1.
They spurred them up today a little, a lot better than they have previously. And you know how baseball is. Sometimes they fall, sometimes they don't. But I'm happier with that performance today.
Set the tone, looking fastball, and you got it?
Yeah, absolutely. First ball was a ball, and then the second pitch was fastball right down the middle. I was able to take it up the middle, and it felt right off the bat, and it was a great feeling.
What'd you rely on tonight?
Fastball was good, but curveball was feeling it today too. So it was a nice go-to second punch. So.
What do you tell the younger guys? We've all been to Harlan before and come back with heartache.
Yeah, just don't worry about it. It's not the field, it's not Harlan, it's just how we play there. So if we just play our baseball, play our best, it should be fine.
Just make sure you guys the seniors are kind of the ones that have been through that. And we'll have a little talk Monday with them, and hopefully they can keep the guys fired up.
The Falcons once again all wet. Next up, 21-7 Cam from Anita in Harlan. Winner goes to state. And we've been here before. Try 3 times in the last 4 years. Why, every time the birds fly to Harlan, heartbreak. Nothing but heartbreak. So, once again, I pose the question, could this be the year? Like I said, Tri-Center does the damage in the district championship game last year, and the 3 previous seasons, sub-state final at Harlan, Coon Rapids Bayard in a crazy game, 11-9. Year before, at Harlan, sub-state final, Van Meter, 5-1. And the year before, 2013, at Harlan, sub-state final, Kemper Catholic, 10-3. This St. Albert senior class has known nothing but heartache in the second season. And 2017, time to get that monkey off the Falcons' back? Stay tuned. Street party at the new and improved stadium, but who will party on? Home show at Abraham Lincoln. Do the Lynx even show up? After the break.
For more than a quarter century, thousands of Southwest Iowa athletes have relied on this team, Jenny Ed Sports Med. Their sole focus is to prevent, diagnose, and treat your sports injury. They even partner with the surgeons at Ortho West, ensuring you get your own exclusive roadmap back to action. Methodist Jenny Ed Sports Med invites all Southwest Iowa athletes to its free walk-in clinic, open every Saturday morning, August through October. Jenny Ed Sports Med.
Calls me googly eyes.
You know you're beautiful, right? You know that?
Even you are beautiful. I got bullied for wearing glasses. Share if you're against bullying.
We put it out there, just took off. 3 million people have shared this post. Don't let bullies get you down. I stand with you. The whole family's wearing glasses. I wear glasses and I'm proud.
I even have the army on my team.
All the kind comments brought my child joy. I don't feel thank you is enough.
Next.
What's happened to the Lynx? Started out the season on a roll and then finding different ways to lose. Abraham Lincoln closes out its home season on its home turf. Now AL could use some old momentum heading into the postseason pate, but it's not going to be easy. You see, it never is against Sioux City Heelan. The Crusaders score 2 runs in the 9th inning to steal Game 1, 10-9. Game 2, not even close. The Lynx just throw it around. Trail 8-1 after 2 innings. Then in the 3rd, Tom Schultz with a base hit. The visitors 15 overall. Mason Heaton here, 3 hits, knocks in 4 runs. Matt Nelson just drills a couple, knocks in 4 as well. Heelan all over AL 15-2. The Lynx close out the regular season losing 10 of their last 14 games.
We were playing pretty good baseball early in the year. Played with a lot of energy. Pitchers were throwing the ball well. Defensively, we were making the plays. We had a lot of energy on the bases. We were executing, and I don't know if it's too hot for us right now, but I'm pretty sure every team's playing in the same conditions.
I don't know. We just been struggling pitching, a lot of guys, you know, and I know it's a long summer. It's a drag. You know, I don't think a lot of guys are mentally prepared for a long summer. You know, I know sometimes even for me it's a drag, but you know, we just got to get through it. So.
Just trying to do too much right now. We need to come out and make the routine plays and throw strikes, and we're getting down early, and we don't have very much energy as a team, and that needs to change.
Nobody's playing as a team. It's just we're not making routine plays, nothing, not throwing strikes, but I think we'll turn it around Friday.
Fastball in the outside corner, hit the mitt. If you miss away a little bit, but don't leave it down the middle for the guy to hammer. I preach and preach about it takes absolutely no talent to hustle, and yet we choose not to hustle at times. It's not acceptable, and if they think I'm going to let that slide and that's the way the game's meant to be played, they're wrong. We're gonna show up, and if they don't want to hustle, we'll find somebody else that will.
Better find somebody and fast. Next up for Abraham Lincoln, the playoffs.
Lynx on 3, 1, 2, 3.
Lynx.
Hey, stay here.
Yeah, stay here.
Yeah, it wasn't pretty, but it doesn't matter because the second season is here. Abraham Lincoln can make it all better with the state tournament run. The second-seeded and 20-win Lynx host a Class 4A Sub-State A quarterfinal against a 14-win club from Iowa State country.
I came to dance.
The Lynx host the Little Cyclones from Ames in a Sub-State quarterfinal. Scoreless game, top of the 3rd inning. The visitors a base hit. 1 out, 1 pass ball later. Jack Rogers, a shot in the hole, comes up throwing, and it gets by. Ames will score twice to grab the lead, but the home team gets on the board in the bottom of the 4th. Trey Nixon launches one to right. The senior legs it to second for a double. 1 wild pitch later, Dalton Wilcoxon grounds one through. Nixon scores, and the lead's cut in half. 5th inning, Caleb Snead rips a gapper. And it goes for a triple, one of 10 AL hits. Tyler Reese comes home, tie game. Blake Elam replaces Tyler Reardon on the hill, and the senior retires the first 9 batters. Pitches 4 2/3 innings of scoreless relief. Caleb Snead leads off the bottom of the 8th inning with a base hit. The Lynx load the bases. Trey Nixon's grandma can't bear to watch. Her grandson comes through, a walk-off base hit, and Abraham Lincoln outguts Ames in 8, 3-2.
I'm thinking, you know, just kind of going through what me and my dad work on, you know, just, you know, don't try to do too much, just keep my same swing as I do, you know, throughout the rest of the entire game. You know, don't try to do too much, just drive the ball, and that's all I really did.
Gut check time. Came through.
Yeah, you know, it was good. It was good for us to come back and win a game. We've had a rough last couple of weeks of the season, and I was glad to see us fight and come back and get a walk-off win.
You came in, shut them down. What was the game plan on the hill?
Game plan, we were throwing Tyler Reardon. He was throwing max 65 pitches. He threw 64 and came to me, and ball, it was on my hands. I mean, I just did everything I could.
It's just fun. I mean, next game I lose, my career is over. So we got to keep winning. We want to make the state tournament. So it's a possibility. You only got 2 more games.
We're 1-0, Urbandale. It seemed like we were finding a different way to lose a game every time we lost. I'm hopeful that we got all those out of our system because we fought back. We've fought back, we stayed positive, and we found a way to win. This time of year, you don't get any style points for victories or anything else. It's absolutely find a way to win and live for another day, and right now we're playing on Monday.
Let's go, Links on 3, 1, 2, 3, Links!
Hey, let's get our stuff. Hey, make sure we get all the trash picked up.
AL goes home happy as the Lynx will host Urbandale, walk-off winners over Lewis Central in a sub-state semifinal. Next up, our play of the week. Don't even think about it. It's perfect. And staying alive. Abraham Lincoln, another joyride with the Jayhawks on the other side.
Look at you. You're at the top of your game. You're unstoppable. Nothing can throw you off track. Wait, is that your car? Uh-oh. Yeah, I saw that coming. That will throw you off track. You're looking at around 10 grand in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. Let's try this again. Smart move. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Behold, the angry giant. Behold, the angry giant. Behold, the angry giant. Behold, the angry giant!
It only takes a moment to make a moment. Take time to be a dad today.
Of all the things you've done with your bike, donating it to Goodwill may be the most incredible of all. Your donations help fund job placement and training for people in your community, which means your stuff can be more powerful than you think. Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs.
Abraham Lincoln lives to see another day, and AL home once again in a sub-state semifinal. And like Coach just said, you take them any way you can get them this time of year. Now the Lynx tee it up against Urbandale. Now while it took the home team 8 innings to do away with Ames, it took the Jayhawks 9 to stun Lewis Central on a walk-off 2-run home run. So, like a legendary Hall of Fame catcher once said, "It ain't over till it's over." Good crowd on hand for the big Final Four showdown. Bottom of the first inning, Caleb Sneed leads off with a base hit. The senior then steals second. And 2 outs later, Trey Nixon skies to center. Look out, can't make the play. Sneed scores, and the home team's on the board. Then in the third, Ben Fichter walks and steals second. 1 out later, Trey Nixon again drops one in right for a base hit. Fichter trots in. Abraham Lincoln's rocking with a 2-zip lead. Now on the hill, Tyler Reardon just breezing along. Carter Trunkin drops in a leadoff base hit in the 4th inning. An error puts runners on the corners. Noah Cook chops one through, and Urbandale has cut the lead in half. Later, bases loaded. A comebacker, and it appears the runner's out. But the umpires rule catcher interference, and everybody's safe. 2-2 game. Blake Elam in the pitch. Chris Miller bounces one past the drawn-in infield. 2-run score. The Jayhawks by 2, 4-2. Casey Steen just over his head. Another comes in, 5-2 Urbandale. Lynx bats just 4 hits overall. 6-3 Luke Patzner shutting them down. The junior strikes out 9 and gets some help from his friends. Then in the 6th, Chris Miller takes one right down the line. A 2-run shot for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. The Jayhawks end AL season with a 7-2 win.
Give credit to Urbandale putting the ball in play in those situations. They put together some good at-bats. They fought a little bit, and, tonight they were the better team.
We can definitely play with them, and I think those first 3 innings kind of proved it. Give them a big inning, and then ultimately that was the end result was that big inning.
It was a great 4 years. Last time I'll ever step on the field, it was fun. I wouldn't trade it for anything. I love being a Lynx.
This is a season to remember for me. Coming here was absolutely amazing. I fit in with everybody, and they all welcomed me, and I wouldn't have wanted to finish my last high school season with anybody else.
We got a pretty good foundation in place, and hopefully some of the younger guys understand what it takes in a long, hot, humid baseball season, and hopefully they remember this in the whole off season when we're working to get better.
One last one.
Bring it in one last time.
Links on 3, 1, 2, 3.
So Abraham Lincoln takes it one game further from a year ago. 4 seniors played their last game. AL finishes the season at 21-19. Lewis Central gets knocked out in the first round. Toole and the gang finish another solid season at 26-8. Thomas Jefferson and its first-year head coach get run ruled. The top-seeded Waukee 10-0. The Yellow Jackets finish with just 4 wins. And St. Albert still alive. The Falcons another shot at that golden ticket. Again, could this be the year? Now it's time for our play of the week. Perfect. This one just perfect. Class 1A district semifinal. Pitcher Brandon Williams is throwing darts. The senior right-hander goes 5 innings, 53 pitches, never has a 3-ball count. Not one clears the infield. 15 up, 15 down. St. Albert blanks Fremont Mills in 5, 10-0. And pitcher B. Will, a perfect game. Brandon Williams with our player plays of the week. Not a bad ending to another opening, another show. The 2016-17 high school sports season is just about finito. Now, will it end with a bang or heartbreak, tears? 38 years and counting in television sports all around the country. Why? For nights like the one coming up in Harlan. We will all remember it either way. Now remember, as always, to keep it here for more news and information in your community by tuning in to the Council Bluffs News with Brandon Taverdi. And so, for this latest edition of the Bluff Sports Zone, I'm J.J. Davis, and as always, I'll see you around.